OK， 張董，或者我哋可以開始。OK，
OK，
咁
好。
OK，我哋再多一次咁樣多謝張董同埋多謝 InachamHK 俾我哋呢個機會，可以同各位分享一下我哋學校嘅情況，亦都好多謝今日咁多位嘅寶貴時間。咁我哋好榮幸啦，今日有呢個機會同大家介紹一下我哋嘅大學、我哋嘅學院同埋我哋嘅國際學生。咁亦都希望可以借呢個機會可以探討一下我哋未來可能可以合作嘅地方。咁或者我先自我介紹一下啦。咁我係 Vicky，咁係呢邊 Career Development Centre 嘅同事嚟嘅。咁呢位係我嘅同事 Lila。
Hello everyone, again it's me Lila, and I'm also from the Career Development Center. And if you didn't hear my introduction just a while ago, so I'm basically in charge of the international students affairs of the School of Management and Economics, especially in the career development part. So I'm very pleased to meet you, and thank you again for coming and attending our first career meetup.
OK， 咁下一 part 嘅話咧，我就會稍微介紹我哋嘅學校嘅，咁或者大家可以睇一睇我哋呢個 PPT。咁我哋香港中文大學深圳經管學院咧係喺2014年成立嘅。咁其實我哋同CUHK Hong Kong 咧，我哋其實係一個品牌兩個校園嘅呢個原則去管理同埋教學嘅。咁我哋嘅學術標準咧，同我哋嘅沙田校區其實係完全保持一致嘅。咁我哋目前提供俾我哋同學嘅教育，基本上咧都係喺國際上係 top level 嘅。
Okay, so let me also share it in English. So basically, the School of Management and Economics from the Chinese University of Hong Kong, Shenzhen, it was established in 2014. And basically, we are operating in one brand, two campuses. So as you may know, that our main campus is in Shenzhen, Hong Kong. So basically, we're operating under one brand, two campuses, but we follow the same rigorous academic and teaching standards. For which the CUHK is known and renowned.
OK， 咁我哋嘅經管學院同香港中文大學嘅商學院咧，都係接受5年一度嘅AICSB 嘅認證嘅。咁目前嚟講，全球咧淨係得6% 嘅商學院咧係有呢個認證嘅。我哋學校採用嘅完全係同香港中文大學一樣嘅教學嘅模式。我哋嘅degree 亦都由香港中文大學去直接授予嘅。
So basically, the School of Management and Economics is accredited under AACSB, and this is a jointly accept accreditation between CUHK Business School and CUHK SME, which is done every 5 years. So this reflects the quality of education and the hallmark of excellence in terms of our business education. So our students are actually receiving a bachelor's degree. They're awarded from the CUHK Shenzhen and of course CUHK as well.
咁呢一個 slide 咧就係我哋學校目前經管學院可以提供嘅6個專業，咁包括有經濟學啦、會計學啦、金融學、國際商務、金融工程同埋市場營銷。其中我哋嘅金融工程呢個專業咧係由我哋嘅理工學院同埋數據科學院去聯合舉辦嘅。
So basically, we are handling the undergraduate students, and these are the majors. For example, we also have different streams, let's say in economics. We have applied economics, economic science, and global business economics. As you can see here, it was presented, and there are some expected number of graduates in 2024, as you could also see on the fourth column. And for 2025, it's also stated here, these are the penultimate year or the year 3 students. So these are the number of graduates. So if you're interested maybe in the future collaboration, these are the majors of our students. So if these are your target, then we can provide more information to you later.
咁我哋嘅同學除咗係好 認真咁樣學習追求佢哋嘅學術嘅成就之外咧，其實佢哋都好積極去參與各種嘅商業賽事，希望可以喺呢啲活動當中咧去積累佢哋嘅自己嘅經驗嘅。咁呢度咧係我哋同學比較嚴肅參與嘅部分嘅大賽嚟嘅，可以睇到都頗為豐富嘅。
Okay, so basically our students, they're not only exposed with excellent academic environment, but they also have the opportunity to put their professional skills and knowledge in different competitions, let's say business competitions, public speaking or presentation skills. And these are the awards that they have received. And this is the partial list. So we could say that our students really gain a lot of notable achievements, not only domestically, but also internationally.
咁我哋嘅同學除咗係喺學術上追求卓越之外咧，咁佢哋同樣係非常之認真咁樣去參與佢哋需要嘅一啲社會嘅實踐工作，包括佢哋超過90%我哋嘅學生咧喺大學4年期間咧，其實佢都會有internship 或者 full time 嘅呢個實習嘅經驗嘅。咁大部分佢哋嘅實習項目咧都係金融啦、互聯網啦、諮詢等等呢啲行業嘅。
So basically, our students are formed holistically, and SME, of course, aim to nurture our talents and developing leaders in their professional field. So we could say that they're really exposed, and they're being honed, that their skills are being honed in terms of different employability skills. So these are the partial list of industries that our SME students have internships with. Including like financial services, media advertising, internet, computer consulting, retail, or logistics, supply chain, FMCG, education, etc. And as you could see here, that our students are really equipped with a set of employability skills, so that they are able to compete in the market and to start off their career well. So their professional skills and knowledge, professionalism, ethics, and accountability, etc. So as you can see here, that we really help our students on their career path by honing and sharpening their skills in different areas.
咁呢一頁咧係 show 我哋同學畢業之後嘅去向嘅。咁從整體嚟講咧，我哋嘅畢業生大概70%嘅同學咧畢業之後咧都會再希望可以升學嘅。咁大概30%嘅同學咧係畢業之後係會進入就業嘅市場去揾工嘅。咁我哋嘅國際學生嘅情況咧，可能同呢個情況係相反嘅。咁大概係70% 左右嘅國際學生咧係希望揾工嘅，大概30% 咧係會再升學嘅。
Right. So our students most of our students prefer to actually go to graduate school. And as you can see here, that these are the offers that they received, mostly top 30, top 50 from CUHKSZ or US ranking. And 70% of them, as what I mentioned, they go to graduate study, and the rest would actually join the workforce. And these are some of the job offers that they received. And this is the partial list. 咁呢一頁嘅話，我簡單介紹一下我哋國際生嘅情況啦。咁目前我哋大概經管學院咧係有160個國際學生嘅，其中70%咧係印尼籍嘅同學。咁我哋所有嘅國際學生英文都係好流利嘅，因為我哋嘅教學咧都係全英教學嘅。咁其中70%我哋嘅國際生咧係有某程度嘅英文嘅經歷嘅。咁佢哋屋企咧唔多唔少都會有少少Chinese connection 嘅。咁大部分嘅國際學生咧，咁佢都好期待喺大灣區會攞到一個實習啦，或者全職工作嘅機會嘅。咁我哋畢業生咧，係喺畢業之後咧，可以獲得24個月嘅香港嘅 E 人簽證嘅。 Okay, to give a brief background about our international students, so currently we have 160, and we're still hoping to have more in the future, and 44 of them are Year 4 students. And among those students, 70% account to Indonesian students, though we have diverse nationalities, but we have more Indonesian students who are in SME. And we could say that all international students are really fluent in English because they also pass through a rigorous recruitment process or admission process in our university. So they have to pass the IELTS examination or TOEFL examination with a certain level of standard. And 70% of our students also have certain level of Chinese proficiency. Some of them took called the HSK. Some can speak Chinese, read Chinese, or listen to Chinese. And I would like to say that most of our international students are actually looking for internship and full-time opportunities within the Greater Bay Area. And I would like to give you also some background about our previous cohort. So they also received some offers from in their hometown from the top companies like JP Morgan, Citibank, McKinsey, and PwC. And of course, some of them, they also receive some offer from medium-sized companies or even startups in their home country. But currently, based on the survey and analysis that we conducted last year, most of our year 4 students would prefer, or 58% of them would prefer to go to explore the opportunities in Hong Kong, while for the other percentage, they also want to explore their opportunities in their home country, let's say Indonesia, and also like in mainland China. So if the employers actually would like to employ our students in Hong Kong, they're eligible for the 24 or for the IANG visa. But of course, the students are also open if they will be provided a working visa. But if it's more convenient for the employers to hire them without the visa, that's also okay, because they, like what I mentioned, they also can get the IANG visa after graduation. So as long as they provide the necessary documents from our school, then they can work in the company. So I think this will be easier for the employer to hire them. And again, for our international students, they're also looking for the possibility to be employed in mainland China, but only a certain percentage, probably because their concern is their working visa. So again, like what we mentioned, the internship visa in mainland China would be easier to get, but for the work visa, then it really depends probably on the Police Security Bureau or the employers. So I think those are some information that we would like to share about our international students. And if you have more questions, then we would be very happy to answer it during the question and answer.
咁呢一頁咧，我哋喺而家同我哋嘅合作機構咧喺呢啲方面有啲合作嘅，譬如我哋都會好期待後面嘅合作當中，可能譬如會唔會有呢啲機會可以有啲行業講座，等我哋學生可以更加了解唔同行業嘅經營啦、運營啊呢啲情況嘅。咁同埋我哋其實都有安排一啲企業嘅參訪活動啦，令我哋嘅同學可以更加了解多唔同經營企業嘅一個情況嘅。咁如果各位有其他嘅建議，我哋亦都係好歡迎嘅。
Okay, so once again, we would like to take this opportunity to further collaborate with you. And for us, for SME Career Development Center, we provide a different platform for our employers to collaborate with us in terms of career planning and exploration, for career development, and of course, for partnership. And I think Vicky will share maybe one of the possible collaboration that we could have in a short period. But basically, we are very open, and I think it would also help both of us for a win-win situation. So, Vicky, would you like to share more about our next slide?
Yes. 咁呢一頁咧係我哋下個月會安排一個大型嘅活動，喺4月份咧，我哋經管學院會喺深圳嘅校區舉行一個春季嘅呢個校園招聘會同埋一個校企嘅交流會嘅。咁我哋亦都好希望可以邀請我哋嘅 InachamHK 或者 members 同我哋一齊去參與呢個活動嘅。咁如果有興趣嘅話咧，都好歡迎大家 scan 下面呢個二維碼去了解我哋活動嘅一個情況。
Right. So basically, this is for the we will have soon our career exploration month, and this is the 2024 Spring Career Fair and HR Roundtable. So if some of your members are interested to collaborate with us in terms of Spring Career Fair, then you're very much welcome. And also basically if the Indonesia Chamber of Commerce would like to set up a booth, for example, then Vicky will provide more information about this.
Okay, so maybe when it comes to Q&A, any questions are welcome.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, a little bit noisy on my side, but anyway, thank you very much for the very insightful presentation, and actually previously we had several collaboration with CUHK Hong Kong and hiring some interns, and personally I think the experience was good. The students were very smart and definitely suitable for the growing our talents in the company. One of the things I think we mentioned, I'm not sure whether it was covered in the presentation. If not, then I'm just asking on behalf of on behalf of the other participants. This is regarding working visa for working in Hong Kong as well as working in China. Can you elaborate on that again?
Right. So Brian, is it okay if I answer this question? So basically, our students or our graduates can actually work in Hong Kong through the IANG visa. So we had some previous cohorts, or I should say 2023 graduates, who actually received several offers in Hong Kong, and they're currently working now in Hong Kong through the IANG visa. So that's for the full-time job. So in terms of the internship visa, as long as the employer can provide the visa to our students, then I think it won't be a problem. But I'm not sure, probably it's a little bit challenging for those who are studying in mainland to do an internship in Hong Kong. But again, I want to repeat that in terms of full-time employment, I think there will be no problem. So in terms of the visa in mainland, I would say that it really depends. So if the government would issue a visa, or if they think that this talent is really distinct, and let's say for localization, let's say you really need a talent that they cannot find in the local market, then probably they will give a chance. But again, it really depends on them. In terms of internship visa in China, it's easier because we already had some experiences, and some of our students already got or received the internship visa in terms of in mainland China. So I would say that it's kind of like a little bit different in terms of visa in Hong Kong, and also in terms of visa in mainland China. Yeah, I hope I've answered your question.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. So on top of that, as far as I saw, there seems to be a focus on a lot on the finance, or I think there was a major called finance engineering. Is this going to be continue to be the focus of the financial engineering, correct? Is that going to be continue? Do you see that's going to be the continued trend for how the students are going to pick CUHK Shenzhen for, or is there other plans to develop other majors?
Currently, for this question, we only have these two streams for now, but because our academic affairs office are more familiar on that, so probably we cannot speak on their behalf currently. But of course, our school is expanding, so they might see the trend, they might have more strategies in the future. But basically, if there are some updates or if there are new information, then we will let you know. Mm-hmm.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
And since now is only February, we're going into March.
Mm-hmm.
If we're interested to get information on the interns, when would be the best time to get in touch?
Right. Actually, for Career Development Center, we are very open to get more opportunities because we always share internship opportunities regularly to our students. But I would like to say, let's say in mainland China, maybe the summer period would really be, the peak of the internship. But as early as now, or even as early as last year, we already received some maybe job descriptions, or we regularly communicate with our employers in mainland. So but again, in terms of fall recruitment, then we have the fall recruitment, and we also have the spring recruitment. So I would say that it really depends on the companies, if based on their recruitment timeline or internship timeline. But in terms of our collaboration with us, we are very open to get more information from you, even in a rolling basis. So if you have any information, you can send it to us and we will share it to our students. So even if the opening will be in June or July, or even let's say May, from June to August, if you have any openings and you want to share any information as early as now, we will share it to our students. So normally we tell the students to prepare in advance. So if in the future you have any openings next year, or even next fall term, you can also share this information to us. But the peak, because some students, again, in terms of internships, some students, they do the internship during the winter, right? Because December, it's also their break until January. And we also have the summer internship. Sometimes it will cover from June to August.
Understand. So June to August seems to be the best time period, those 3 months. Whereas winter, it's a slightly shorter period. And basically, if we have any requirements or job description, we can always submit it to the Career Development Center at any time, it seems, right? So that they can, I guess, depending on the schedule for both sides. If we're talking about, so where should we submit these the requirements? I guess for InachamHK in particular, after this session, we may need to set up some kind of channel where we collect these requirements, and we'll forward it in as a batch to CUHK Shenzhen. Maybe that would be better. But is I'm guessing there's a designated email address where we can forward all these requirements.
Yeah. So basically, you can Vicky can send it to you. You can send it to Career SME to our public account, email public account. But Vicky is the focal point. She can also help to collect all the information. She is in charge of the employer side, both in domestically and also overseas. So and once Vicky collect all this information, and then if there are any requirements for international student, then she will forward it to me, and then I will be the one to communicate with the student. So basically this is the process we have in our department. So Vicky will be the focal point, or you can maybe Vicky can also share the public email address later to our group, and you can send it there and copy to Vicky, and Vicky will forward it to me, right? But of course, we're also open if you also need any local students. If you have any requirements or job descriptions, Vicky can also get this and collect, and we will share it to our students. So we have different channels to share to our students. We have the WeChat account, a public WeChat account. We also have the email, and we also share it through our WeChat group, because every cohort, we have our WeChat group. So we can efficiently share it to them. So in terms of international students, we also have a specific WeChat group for our international students, so we can share it to them. Right. So yes.
Maybe after this meeting, I can share the official contact detail of our SME CDC.
Understood. So I'll leave the floor of Q&A to others if there's any more questions regarding this opportunity.
So Brian, is it okay if I also ask a question?
Sure, sure, sure.
Right. Okay, so basically, yeah, so we're talking about full-time and internship. So, when you get this requirements, will the Chamber of Commerce send it to us at once, or will the company send it to us directly, so that we will know basically if this is for InachamHK or whether it's from a different company, because we're receiving different emails from employers. So we hope to understand what kind of arrangement will you have, when you have some openings.
So, I mean, there are two approach. One is if we have the contact information, we can help disseminate that information to all our members. So if they have any requirements, then they can easily just contact you directly. That's one approach.
Okay.
The other one would be where we aggregate all these requirements and then we send it over. Of course, we're a nonprofit organization. We're merely a platform to facilitate commerce between Hong Kong and Indonesia, and one of them is to promote business. Of course, part of that formula is the talent. So, when we send the email to CUHK Shenzhen on behalf of our members, we'll disclose their contact information as well as the company entity and all those things. So later on, the communication could happen directly as well. So, but it's coming. It just so happens that it's coming from InachamHK Hong Kong. The reason why we might take the latter approach is that CUHK Shenzhen may not be the only source, may not be only a destination that we send this information to. We may be sending it over to multiple entities that are offering that also has their own talent pool. So that's why we might opt for the second option.
Okay, sure. Yeah, thank you. Very helpful information. Yes, I'm also curious, like, for most of your members, are their headquarters in Hong Kong or in Indonesia, or
so right now, as in terms of our profile for our members, most of them are based in Hong Kong. So the goals of the objective of InachamHK Hong Kong is quite simple. Our objective right now is, although we're promoting commerce between Hong Kong and Indonesia, there is a emphasis, because we're based in Hong Kong. There is an emphasis to help facilitate more of Hong Kong companies or China-based company that have a Hong Kong headquarter, or Hong Kong companies that want to expand business to Indonesia. So it's more on outbound. It's more outbound currently. So I would say most of our members have their headquarters in Hong Kong. Probably, I would say in terms of percentage, probably we're looking at maybe about 20 to 25% members with operations in both regions, both Hong Kong and Indonesia. So that's why we think it would be a good fit for Indonesian international students that are studying in CUHK Shenzhen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah.
Is there any other questions?
Well, from my side, I still have a question, if it's okay with you. So
Sure.
normally, right, yeah, because for the language requirements, this is always the concern of our students, because some of them, of course, they can they can speak, they can, of course, communicate or like conversational, but I would like to say that maybe it's not yet in a business level. So every time they will apply for a certain company, they have this concern. So could you please shed a light on this? Like, what is the language requirements normally from your members?
I mean, to be very honest, I think most of if they're based in Hong Kong, I think if they know, I mean, knowing Chinese would definitely be helpful, right? And then of course, when we're talking about language, not just Chinese, but any language, what is the level of capability of the individual? Is it just on a conversational level? Can they read? Can they write? I think those are important. The higher the level, of course, the more desirable it is for a lot of these companies that operate in in dual region, right? So, but I can't really generalize for everyone, all of my members. I guess company has their own requirement, and sometimes if in Chinese they're saying, you know, sometimes the talent is 可遇不可求. You can meet
The requirements.
the right candidate, but you know, sometimes those candidates are just not available. We'll just have to work with what we have.
Okay, so
But
Brian,
I mean, I would like to add, I think one of the things that kind of motivated us to work with CUHK Shenzhen is also because we do see the quality of the students that are studying overseas, especially from Indonesia. You know, they are usually from a good background, as well as, you know, these are basically cream of the crop, right? So the experience has been so far, at least in my case and in a few other members' case in the past when they had interns, it seems to be quite good. So that's why I would like to continue that. I saw I'm not sure whether there's a question no, yeah. So that's all from our side.
okay. Thank you, Brian.
So
Is there any
is there any question from the audience? Again, we have this in a recording, so we will be sharing this to all our members, as well as putting out to our social media, so that, you know, this information is not going to be outdated anytime soon. And like last time when we communicated with Vicky, the key is not to just have one seminar and we're done with it. Is the key is how we can continue to have this relationship and ongoing commitment to make this information and channel open for all our members as well, between us and CUHK, because I mean, I'm assuming you're going to have new students every single year, so that's the most important.
Yes, I totally agree with you that this is only just a start, but we're really hoping that we can further collaborate in different aspects, factors, because our Career Development Center, we are having a lot of activities every year in terms of the career planning and development. So I think in terms of internship and full-time opportunities are actually just one part of our future collaboration. But I think Vicky will share more information to InachamHK if in case there will be any specific thing that would relate. Yes.
So I just saw that maybe Mr. Cole.
Yeah, Mr. Cole.
Hi. So I just read. I just read that you are now only focusing on business area, but any plan in some other, say, food science area? According to your material, only focus on economic, accounting, finance, international relations. So do you have a more course in the future? Logistic one is okay, yeah. But I'm thinking about food science area.
Okay.
Yeah, food safety also. Can you tell me more about that?
Sure. Mr. Eddie, please allow me to share this information. So basically, in our university, we have different schools called SSE or School of Science and Engineering. We also have SES or Data Science. We also have Humanities, and we also have the SME, our School of Management and Economics and Business. But since we're only focusing on our business students, so what we have shown you right now only focuses on the business students and our major courses. But basically, we have different majors here. CUHKSZ offers different majors and courses, and even postgraduate students or postgraduate programs. Yeah. So, but in the future, I think I don't know the strategy of the School of Management Economics or academic leaders, but I think probably we will also keep abreast with what's really in the market, and maybe that we will expand more on the majors. But again, it really depends on her. But to answer your questions, yes, we have different majors, but since we're only focusing on the business school right now.
Okay, so another question.
Sure,
I
please.
read from your course that there are applied economics, accounting, and fintech. And myself, I have an econometric degree, and I am a CPA. So I have a visit to a few AI company in Nansha recently. So for this project, for this course you list, most of them can be replaced by AI. That's why I'm thinking that whether all these courses can add some IT or AI elements into it. So that makes your course much attractive and much competitive compared with the other courses. That's what I think. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for that question. So actually our school, from what I know, okay, this is only from my own perception, but again, I cannot speak on behalf of our management team. I think we're innovating, and for example, the accounting, before we only have the accounting and financial reporting, but we added the accounting and data analytics because we thought that this could help, to keep abreast with the AI and technology. So we added this part. So I think in the future, and I think they're also integrating a lot of, like, in our curriculum, something about AI or something about technology, like we have game theory. So even in financial side, most of our students are also equipped in terms of their programming language, like Python, even Stata, like BI tool. So we are integrating, and the good thing is that because our students can actually take elective courses in different schools. So for example, they're let's say professional accountancy, but they're very interested on quantitative. So actually they can take this courses from other schools, so that when they see the requirements in the market and they have seen that this is needed, then actually our students could take this. So also same thing, because some of them, let's say they're professional accountancy, but in the future they want to go into the STEM courses. So they're actually taking some quantitative courses as a prerequisite.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hello. I think just one last question. Sorry. Since I know we're focusing mostly on one school in CUHK, but as you have mentioned, there are other majors and other courses and schools. In the campus. If let's say our members would like to send requirements that are not within this list, right? There's not within this list of majors. Should we still forward it to you or not?
Oh, Vicky, what do you think?
I think I can try to forward it to the relevant departments or schools, and then ask our colleagues to share to the students. But we will need to check whether our students can meet those requirements, as was shown on the JDs.
Yeah. So
Understand.
yes, I think
Yes,
we can share.
we are happy to accommodate that.
Understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think other schools, sometimes they're also doing that. For example, our University Career Center, they will also forward some relevant JDs to our students, and then we will also share it to our students. So if you have any requirements, yeah, feel free, and then we can share it to them.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. So Brian, I also have another question. So basically, based on your experience, also with your members, so like what kind of profile currently you're looking for, and or the kind of talent pool, because as you could see here, that mostly our students are they're really going to the different industries, related industries like finance or fintech or FMCG. So based on your experience, could you please help us to understand like what kind of profile are you looking for, so that when I communicate with the students or when we do a career planning for them, then we will give them some awareness of like, okay, this is actually the market. Though we have done some research already, but I think it's also good coming from you, and maybe specifically for international students.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of focus here in terms of like I mentioned, in terms of the accounting, finance. I think just because we are in Hong Kong and that's a major part of it, the economy.
Mhm.
But since we are working since we're looking at Indonesia is actually pretty diverse in terms of whatever major it requires. So like for my side, maybe I'm looking for IT as well as business development. I think just now from Eddie, he's talking in terms of also some IT, but from Benson, he's looking for very much for the accounting finance background. We also have one of the members that's in April. I think she's here. She's also hiring a lot of interns. I don't know. Maybe if April is able to speak a little bit in terms if she's still here, but she runs an she has an FMCG background and they're running sales and marketing campaign. So I mean, I don't have. I wish I have the statistics. Maybe this is something that we'll have to do next step to kind of collect some statistics for. We'll share with you, which you can in turn share with the students. That's a good suggestion. Let us work on that.
Okay, sure. Yeah, thank you. At least I have the background, so when I communicate with the students, then I know what kind of profile you're looking for and whether our students are fit. So we hope that we can offer you students quality. Of course, our students are quality in terms of academics, but we hope that they're holistic in different areas. So yeah, I think that's very helpful.
Sure. We'll try to collect that metric down the road. But as far as we know, as far as we're aware right now, we don't see a particular emphasis in certain major. It's pretty well-rounded, and it could be from time to time we have different requirements. We also have a lot of requirements in terms of engineering, as we have companies that are doing constructions and engineering overseas in Indonesia. So that's actually also one area requirement. So yeah, off the top of my head, I can't really say there's a particular emphasis on certain major.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I would say that our international students, like 80 or 90% of them, they have internship experiences. So for the full-time job, do you really pay attention to their relevant experiences?
So so that one depends, right? I think all of us have the experience of whatever you learn. Maybe not all of us, but a lot of people could be doing something completely different from what they major in, right? But I think for certain kind of work, like for example, when we hire civil engineering, when we want to hire civil engineers, most likely we'll have to hire someone from the engineering background rather than an economics background, for example, right? But for example, let's say an economics background could be very diverse. They can go into consulting and they can go into sales and marketing if they wanted to, right? So I think that really depends on some of the job that requires like hard skill,
Yes.
or a more well-rounded approach, because a lot of the knowledge you pick up and you learn during the training and the course of working in a company as well. So so to answer your questions, I would say, like, for at least in my experience in my own company, if we're hiring for certain positions that require a strong theoretical foundation in the engineering department, then we definitely would want to hire from relevant departments,
Mhm.
right? I think for some of the well, also in terms of accounting, I think that one is very specific, right? It'd be easy to hire from accounting. For other functional departments, we could kind of try different departments. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Vicky, do you have any questions?
Oh, no, thank you.
Benson, maybe Benson can wrap this up. I think we have already answered quite a few questions. So to not make this overly extended, maybe Benson can give some final words, and we can wrap this up.
Okay, so thank you, Lelia and Vicky. And actually, intern and the fresh graduate really is the new blood. Can fill up the some vacancy, especially they have over 100,000 Hong Kong people migrant to another country. So and also for Indonesian Chinese or some Indonesian student who study in China, I think they maybe can help, just like especially like ourselves in InachamHK, and we have a close connection with Indonesia. So really help, can say, if they can work with us in our China company, but actually, like I say, it's hard to get the working visa, right? So we can check with our member, and we also will post this video clip to our mother media. So I think we will raise out another meeting in the future, maybe before April, and also we will release some communication contact method to obtain some CV for the students. And in case we receive some more further inquiry from a member, we will contact Vicky directly. Okay, so thank you, our member, and thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Lelia.
So we would also like to take
okay.
this opportunity. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, we would also like to take this opportunity to thank all of you on behalf of the SME Career Development Center of the Chinese University of Hong Kong. And I hope this will be a good start for all of us. And we look forward to having future collaboration with you. So thank you, Benson. Thank you, Brian. And thanks to all the members. Have a good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you.
Please keep in touch. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you, Hong Kong.
Yeah,
Shenzhen.
bye.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, hope we
Thank you
can
very
visit
much.
you in Hong Kong. Yeah, so that will be our next step.
30
to
minutes
visit
away, right?
InachamHK. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
Thank
Welcome.
you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye.
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 Okay,
Thank you,
bye-bye.
Benson.
Thank you. Yeah, we wish you have
Okay.
a video. Bye.
Right. Thanks, Vicky. Thanks, Lelia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.
Bye.